Okay, so we're doing this pate, and we're making, this is what we're making. We're making a gorgeous pate. I mean, it's foie gras, really, faux gras, French, you know, that hideous product, which is very rich, very, I would say, tasty, and light and smooth. So this is what we're going for today. And what we did earlier is we made some beetroot puree like this. Very, very nice beetrooty puree. This is going to be our colour. It's just literally the cooked beetroot that you buy in a supermarket, and that's going to put our pink colour in. I haven't ever bothered with beetroot powder, because then I end up with some weird beetroot powder that I'll never use. And it's put Amazon on the road. So here's beetroot. It's just that beetroot, that cooked beetroot, say beetroot again, from any good supermarket near you. Okay, so I've toasted some walnuts here, and I did say when you toast anything, break it up, you'll get a far better result. I have a piece here that's quite big, really. You know, you could have a piece like that, or you could just put the oven on and put trays in of seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, cumin seeds, coriander seeds. You get all your seeds done, all your nuts done, and then end up with separate jars of things. So I've just toasted those and then put them in this container to cool off. So that's that. So let's just put that there. We are using puy lentils, pre-cooked, simply because I couldn't find any that were not pre-cooked. So this is the Merchant Gourmet brand. And we're now just going to cook this onion and garlic up. The recipe will call for shallot. So we're going to have a nice little go of that. I've just turned this pan off, actually, because I was trying to sort out the sound issues. As you know, I often put salt in to stop anything burning. I'm not doing that here. That's not necessary at all or needed. You just need to be careful, because the salt element is coming from soy sauce, which has got, it's a flavoursome salt, isn't it? Soy sauce. So that's that. What else do I need to tell you? Let's carry on. So, oh yes, I did sort of say, you know, there are different ways to present pate. I mean, you could do an amuse-bouche, a little bit of pate. You could, you know, a little jar for a little starter. Different jars, different sizes. Pate, you could serve with Melba toast. You could put, you know, on in a sandwich as a filling, spread it, and then, but you'd need something wet with that bread, and that would be in your palate. So you'd need something, you know, sauerkraut or relish, or a sliced tomato or something, or some lettuce or something to just break it up. That would be totally wrong and too rich on the palate. Really, you know, when I served it for the supper club, I just put that in there and then melted butter, let the butter set, and that would be a traditional way of serving pate with some butter. It kind of goes well with butter, actually. So here we are. So we just need to get some brown. Hope we've got this right angle now. Yeah. So we're just cooking this up and softening these. So, you know, steady as you go. And mushrooms we're going in with next. Move that out of the way. So we're going to cook. Whoops, that's gone. Georgia, don't eat it. We're going to cook these mushrooms. No. It's funny, actually, she's never wanted anything mushroomy. I don't know whether they're good for dogs, mushrooms. But yes, so about six or seven. We're going to chop them nice and slice them really nice and thin. Not really getting my words out now, am I? If ever. Because they'll cook a bit quicker. Now, And also I want as much surface area as I can to get brown on it. Fond, F-O-N-D as it's called, brown. So however you need to chop your mushrooms, nice and thin, and then you've got plenty of surface area. I'm going to put these in the pan and get this going. So we've got this pan, we've turned this heat up a little bit now. I've got some brown on there, that's softening, that's all good. Nicely done. I can smell it, I can hear it. Might be a little too hot, but that's okay because I'm going to put this cold ingredient in now. So that takes the heat straight out of the pan. Going to just break that. So we spread those out, we turn that up a little bit, and we let that cook. Don't move it. It's very tempting to fiddle, but just leave those mushrooms in that hotter pan to go, and then they go brown, and then they go, oh hello, I've got lots of flavour on me. Don't mess them around, because if you mess them around they won't do what they need to do, which is to get fond, F-O-N-D. Let me see, I've got, yes, that's it. You know, if you keep stirring them around, you'll get the water out of them, and they'll stay a bit, they'll just go watery. You'll lose flavour, obviously, but you'll get the wrong texture of it as well, which is not as nice. So we're going to deglaze the pan. Cognac is ideal. I'm using Chinese wine. I think that's okay. Let's get a spoon. No, we'll just put them in, I think. So now that's got a bit of brown on it there. So let's just turn it round. So we're getting the other side of the mushroom in contact with this hot pan. So to deglaze the pan, yes, I've got this Chinese wine and some soy sauce. We're going to use, now you could use fresh herbage or you could use dry. I actually prefer dry because, I don't know, when I'm developing a recipe, I always think about the cost, and I just think, well, if I'm sending somebody out for 3 sets of herbs, they might need to buy some brandy or sherry or rice wine. That's an issue anyway, but that lasts for ages. You know, to add on herbs as well. I think using dried herbs, if you can, is ideal in a recipe because it's just a lot easier. In this, I think it's great because it tastes really nice as well. You know, dried herbs are very strong. Right, so what you'll be able to see here is this has changed colour, and this has totally like reduced in size as well. And I know now that now I'm seeing that colour, I've got some flavour gone in. Really, that needs to be cooked for, I would say, another 3 minutes, but I'm not going to because it's 7:30 already. We've been messing around with this blooming technology. So we'll deglaze the pan. So we're putting, it's about a tablespoon of each in there. We'll put our dried rosemary in. This will be the time, I think. Oh, I really wish that they'd make these jars a little bit bigger. This is, I think, the key one, the sage. Oh, now this, I just wish you were here. I wish you could just smell this. It's absolutely gorgeous. That would be lovely on toast. If you were to have you're going to do mushrooms on toast exactly like this, brilliant, but just steady with the herbs, not as many as I've just put in. Lovely lunch though. It's that time of year, mushrooms, isn't it? Somehow. So here's for the easy bit. That's it, we're done. Managed to catch us up a bit. It's October nearly anyway, so I was always going to use a software in October called OBS, which is the leading software, and it can push the feed out to Facebook. It sits between here and Facebook, and everybody uses it, and it will push it to YouTube simultaneously. So that's what I'm going to do. That was always going to be done in October. So I've got my puy lentils in here. Let's just go back to this. Tablespoon or so, maybe a couple. Where are my nuts? Nuts. So nuts, puy lentils, and beetroot powder, beetroot puree. First of all, get those broken down. Everything's gone quite pink. Still quite lumpy, a bit more. He's not going to play ball until I put this in. So let's just see, you can just see now how different that is. Totally different thing now. But if you'd stirred those mushrooms around, you'd have a flabby mess. Let's put that on there. So it's as simple as putting all of this in here. Burning my hand there a bit. So just mix around a little bit, just get the drier stuff off the side. The puree looks really good in here. So, you know, I'm going to put it quite smooth there. Because that's come from a tradition of, you know, foie gras pâté being very smooth. But you could just, you know, do it as lumpy, as coarse, I think the term is, coarse as you like. So as always, with anything, I used to think it was me when I used to sort of put stuff in here and it didn't puree properly. I was like, oh, it's me, I can't even puree. And it's not, it's just there's not enough in it. So you always have to scrape the sides down. You know, if you're pureeing ginger, obviously put some water in, can help that. I'm doing this with a spatula, which is not ideal because it's got a metal blade in there. So I think that will do for now, actually. So this is a bit coarser, but that's okay. I don't think you need to see that. We've all had enough of this, but I will just show you this. Let me just, I think that's okay. I'll just come a bit nearer. This is quite coarse, quite pink. Oh no, I was thinking it was a bit pinker than that one there. So there we go, you see. Now, what the recipe says is put a bit of black pepper in at the end. You know, when it's in here and you're happy with it, then put some black pepper in. I'm not going to encourage you to blend the black pepper. This recipe is based on Alexis Gauthier, the Michelin star vegan chef who works out of London. It is his recipe, I think, with a minor tweak or two, but I cannot credit it to me. I will credit it to him. So you know, give it a go and have a go and enjoy it and serve it to somebody who would ordinarily eat an animal part, should I say. Let me have a look. So Kerry, love the idea of on toast. Definitely going to try that. Yes, it's lovely. Put a bit of butter on or oil or something. It's, you know, it's really rich. It's really rich. If it's too rich for you, just do another bit of shallot and sort of break it down with a little bit more vegetation, really. It is meant to be really rich. It's not something you'd want a ton of. You know, you might be enough with this. Interesting that mushrooms cook differently sitting versus... Oh, yes, absolutely. I'm sorry if that's not been really made clear before, actually. Trying to think of when I've cooked mushrooms on video. Or it'd have beetroot powder. I think it would be, but to be honest, you've got something drier there because that beetroot has put some moisture in. So you might need to add some water, you know, the equivalent. Maybe beetroot powder, water, make it up and then put it in. It's not going to taste the same, actually. So try it. But it's not, you know, beetroot powder, I think tastes different. Beetroot is quite earthy. I'm really looking forward to tasting this actually and seeing what's what. I'm just going to go to Wendy. I don't think I've got any questions from her, so that's okay. Good. So that's it. So we did it. And next week, well, we'll have to do it on YouTube, won't we? Yes. I'll be in touch about that. But thanks very much for persevering. I'm glad we got there in the end. And yeah, let me know how you get on. And any more questions, obviously, just get in touch. All right. Bye now.